Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance, Season 6, Episode 4, I Know What You Did. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the channel. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been with me for the long haul, thank you so much for your continued support and for coming back. If you like what you see here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so that I know that you're here, and so does YouTube. Let me tell you, last night's episode of 90 Day Fiance, if I had to rate it, I would probably rate it a C. I felt like it was a filler episode. Yes, we did discover some things, but I still felt like it was just one of those kind of filler episodes that's going to, I guess, prepare us for the big bombshell. But anyway, I am going to go on with the review. The first couple that I'm going to discuss is Steven and Olga. We see, that Olga at 1 o'clock in the morning starts going into labor with her baby boy. She wakes Steven up and the cameras are there. I don't know if they called them or if those mofos stay there overnight. But, she wakes him up and they are scrambling to get to the hospital. Olga calls a cab for them to go to the hospital, and they go and head over. When they get to the hospital, you can tell that basically they don't want to see Steven's ass. Okay, basically, this seems to be a hospital just for women, and Steven doesn't appear to be very welcome there. And so, basically, Olga is in pain. What I don't understand, and I know, different countries do different things, is why they didn't get the damn woman a wheelchair. This woman is in labor. She's contracting. She's having pains coming out the wazoo. Okay, anybody who's ever had a baby knows that this woman is in some serious pain. Okay, from the butthole all the way to the chest muscles. Okay, the chest cavity. She is seriously in some pain. And I never once saw a wheelchair or anything for her. And so basically the hospital looks like it's not so sanitary. Steven mentions that, it's basically not, very clean. It looks like the bottom of the barrel hospital, but I guess maybe that was the first one that they could get to, given the fact that it was 1 o'clock in the morning. And okay, so basically, she gets there, she goes into a separate room. The woman puts him out, basically. She's like, okay, you can go ahead on about your business, do what you got to do, but, you basically got to get the hell up out of here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And Steven doesn't understand what's going on. He's a 20-year-old boy in another country. He can't speak the language. So basically, he doesn't really understand what's going on. And neither does Auntie, because I'm sitting up there thinking to myself, well, God, they really are treating him poorly. And I don't know why. I don't know what the culture is in Russia, but, basically, it's like no men allowed. And this woman is like, okay, you can get your ass up out of here. We basically see Olga going through triage, and she is in pain. She comes back out and she tells him, look, Steven, you got to come back tomorrow because you can't be here tonight. You have to ask for permission to be here. And so, instead of him leaving, he wants to, talk to her about he doesn't want the baby to be born, while he's not there, which is understandable, but yet just a pain in the ass. Here it is, this woman is in severe pain, and he is steady asking her about stuff that she can't control. And she's like, look, Steven, don't mess with me. Don't bother with me. And so basically, he has to go back to producers and everybody, someone, I guess an interpreter there, told him, you're going to have to go home and you're going to have to come back in the morning. So the next day we see Steven come back to the hospital, and basically, he's like sitting for 6 hours going through a paper process of trying to get permission to go into the room. understandable. He wants to see his son come into this world. And so basically he has to go through the process. But again, if you look at the staff, they really, this one particular woman, I don't know who to, like, I'm thinking, she's like from Psycho or something. She's just really, really mean to him and just curt and everything. But eventually he gets permission to go into the room with Olga. Olga is basically laying there saying, it's hard going to labor without him. I want him to be here. I want someone who's going to be here to hug and to kiss me and to love me and all of that kind of stuff, which is understandable. But at the same time, when you're in labor like that, the last thing you want is somebody to continue to keep talking to you, all right? So basically, he comes into the room and he says, your heartbeat is really beating really fast. And she's like, that's not mine, that's the baby's. And so there's a lot of things that, he's getting a rush lesson on. And so the doctor comes in and says, look, the process has already started and there's nothing that we can do about it at this point. The baby's head is measuring at 11 centimeters, I believe that's what he said, and you're going to have a C-section. And so Olga does not want to have a C-section because she really was thinking that she could have a natural vaginal birth, and that just doesn't seem to be the case because I guess because of the size of the baby head is probably going to rip her or maybe do some damage to her pelvic area and stuff like that. And like I said, as women who have had babies, we understand that terminology. And so basically, she decides to have a C-section. But then again, we see her ass get up off of the sofa again and she walks down the hallway into the surgical room. And I'm like, where the fuck is the wheelchair? I mean, where's the wheelchair to roll her around? And because Steven is 20 years old, he doesn't have anybody there to kind of teach him those kinds of things, the things that he needs to be aware of. He just doesn't know, and so he doesn't do it. And I'm just like, okay, this is the first in TLC history that we are allowed to see a baby be born. I know that there's other couples who have had children, but this is the first time that I remember us, seeing a TLC baby. So congratulations to Steven and Olga on their baby. The next couple that I want to talk about is Fernanda and John. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have my glasses on, beloved, so I can't read it, but thank you so much for the super chat. And the next one is Fernanda and John. Basically she's in Lumberton, North Carolina. She's bored out of her damn mind. She doesn't know what to do. And so basically, she wants to have an exciting life. She is used to that. She's used to partying and clubbing and all of that. And John, knowing that, being sensitive to it, says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and drive to South Carolina and take her to Myrtle Beach. They arrive at Myrtle Beach and basically, everything pop off. But before then, we see them basically sitting in a restaurant and they're having a conversation. She is very concerned that she has not met his family, and she does not really want to marry John without meeting the family. She wants to know that they approve of the marriage and that they approve of her before she goes forward with him on this marriage. And he's like, what she doesn't understand is that, my mother found out about the engagement on social media. She didn't find out through me. So, I guess his mother's a little perturbed about, what's going on and that type of thing. And so, basically, he's like, I'll let you meet my family and everything, but you're not marrying my family. And she's like, yeah, but I still want to get the approval of your family before I walk down the aisle with you. And if I don't get that approval, if they don't love me, if they don't like me, then I'm not going to go through with this marriage. I'm calling BS on the play, okay? But anyway, so we see them arrive at Myrtle Beach, and, they're basically on the sand and everything, and, it's not the beaches that she's accustomed to, but he's like, hey, I wanted to do something. It's clubs and all of that kind of stuff. And so, we see them the next day in the hotel room. They're getting ready to go to the club. And, he's talking about, she has to start getting ready on Thursday. In order to be prepared for Sunday. So I'm like, okay, typical woman, when we going out, we want to do what we want to do with the woo whoop and the boo boo boo. And so, basically, she says, I work out, bitch, and I want to show my body. And, that's just what I do. So, We see them, basically go to the club. She's 19 years old or 18 years old. And she gets to the club and she can't even drink. When she gets there, he's like, do you got your ID? And she's like, yeah. So they tag her with a wristband that basically says she's underage and she can't drink. Okay? She can come up in here and she can dance. But that ass can't drink anything. And of course, he can drink because, he an old dude. You know what I'm saying? He's legal. He's legit in the United States. She says that, where she's from, basically, they can drink at 18 years old. But, you're here now, boo, in America, and you can't drink until you're 21 years of age. So she's got a lot of time. What I didn't understand was why he was not trying to, like sneak her a probably wrong, and maybe some of y'all will get at me in the comment section about it. But I'm like, hey, you up in here, you having a good time with me, you're my wife, or about to be my wife, and you can't legally order a drink from the bartender. But he just, in her face, just taking shots after shots and drink after drink and double shots and all kinds of stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was with somebody and they really couldn't drink, I think that I would kind of, not drink as much just because of the fact that they can't drink like that. But he didn't care. He said, hell, I'm here, I'm getting drunk as a skunk. And she says, when he gets drunk like that, when he starts drinking like that, he does things that, normally he wouldn't do, and he's not even thinking about it. So basically, we see them on the floor and they're grinding and doing what they're doing with the whoop whoop and the boop, boop, boop. Okay. And so they're having a good time and everything, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And so she goes to the bathroom, and here comes some blonde chick, okay, some sleazy, nasty, slutty ass blonde chick, all grinding up on him. So he's telling her, look, I can't dance with you because, and she's like, why can't you? And and she's still grinding, you know what I'm saying, the whole entire time. And I'm like, bitch, hold up, back up and everything, back up. Women are so aggressive in, okay? I would have drop kicked her ass. But anyway, she's bumping and grinding. He's saying, I can't do it. And Fernanda comes in and she sees it. And so basically when Fernanda comes in there, she like, hold up, wait a minute. Next thing you know, drinks get to pop, and she's, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you. I think that's what Liz Otter. Thank you, boo. So basically, she, haul off, hits the girl, push the girl off of her man. She goes off and everything. And the girl is like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you a sleaze bucket, because once the man told you that he could not dance with you, back the hell up. This woman was insistent. And I don't know if she was a decoy. I mean, I don't know if it was a setup or what it was. But I really didn't like the fact that this woman would not back the hell up off of him. Back up off him, bitch. He said that he can't dance with you. So, Fernanda goes off. She gets the, like I said, swinging and everything. And she walks out the club. She's storming out. She's lucky she didn't get arrested, okay? She's lucky that the girl did not sue her for assault and battery. You don't put your hand on anybody here in the United States. You understand what I'm saying? You come over here, you may have a problem or a squawk or whatever the case may be, but the last thing that you do is put your damn hands on somebody. So anyway, she basically, storms out the club and she wants the car keys. And he's like, no, you need to pipe down, you need to calm down. And we understand from him that this is not the first time that she's done this, because he said when he was in Mexico with her ass, it was another woman that was looking at him, with their lingering. It was another woman across the room that was doing all of that. And she had a problem with it. And, she approached the girl and everything. And then the girl's girlfriends got into it. And it was a little altercation and everything. And he said she popped off. But this is the worst that he's ever seen. And so basically, she's walking up and down the street demanding the car keys. And she's mad because he had somebody, dancing on him. She tried to tell him, look, he tried to tell her, look, that's not the case at all. I was trying to tell the chick that I could not dance with her. And so, it was a misunderstanding based on what she saw. And I'm like, this is just ridiculous. We see on the tell all, I don't know why You know what? I'm gonna do a separate video right after this about the tell all. So I'm gonna try my best not to talk about the tell all. But anyway, so she, gets to the car and she's like, do you want to marry me? And he's like, yes, I want to marry you. And she's like, you need to show me because I'm not feeling it. First of all, I get here and, and I got to deal with the thong situation. And now I have to deal with the fact that you have somebody rubbing all up on you. But you know what, this girl, she is just a hot tempered person. And she needs to pump her brakes on it. I understand about the underwear situation. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things about it is when you say you forgive somebody, you have to learn how to forget it too. You can't keep regurgitating someone's mistakes when you say that you're going to stay with them and you accept them the way that they are. You've got to get over that. Be gone, poof, do what you got to do, move on. If you can't get over it, then you need to separate and get out of the relationship. And that's really how I feel about that situation. Okay? And so the next couple that I want to talk about is Kalani and Asuelu. Okay, so basically, Asuelu and Kalani are basically at the park with the baby and everything. They're about to leave to move to Utah, okay, Mormon country. And so, she's like, I really want to get everything fixed with my sister. They're at the swing and he's swinging the baby. And she's like, are you holding him? And he's like, yeah, I'm holding him. What do you think I'm doing? This man has never been a dad before. And she's never been a mom before. And there's going to be a lot of mistakes that the both of them are going to make. I remember it was a huge mistake that I made with my baby. And, sometimes I remember it and it just gives me nightmares. But, when you are a new parent, you're going to make some mistakes. And I just think that she's not giving him room to make those mistakes. And if the baby had flipped out, you know what I'm saying? If the baby had flipped off the swing, the baby would have been hurt. But I'm just saying, stuff happens. So basically, we glad that the baby didn't flip off the swing and everything. So we see her go, into a dialogue with him about being on his best behavior because she wants to fix the relationship with her sister before she leaves. Her and her sister are the ones that live in California together. The rest of the family is living in Utah in a 5-bedroom compound. I believe it was Utah or even Oregon. I don't know. It was one of them. I believe it was Utah. And so basically, she's like, my brother is there, and I really believe that my dad wants my brother to stay there because he wants to keep his eye on Asuelu. And I'm saying, for what? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Who is that? Oh, my goodness, I can't see it. Let's see. Where's my glasses? Okay, they right here. Diane Holt. Thank you. Says your commentary rocks. So basically, she goes through all of this stuff to tell him about, him. She needs to be the one that the sister is mad about. But the sister has been playing Papa Sister. You understand what I'm saying? The sister thinks that she's basically the little boy's father. I'm not getting this. I don't understand the sister at all. I don't understand their relationship. And I'm not saying that it's, I am saying it, damn it. There's something that is off between the relationship between Kalani and her, Kalani and Kalani. Whatever. They both got the same damn names. So basically, he's like, I'll be on my best behavior and everything. So he starts talking about, the measure of sex that ass want and how they going to be having sex at the house. He like, I'm a sexy thing. I'm a sexy bitch, okay? And you wanted it all the time. You want it all the time. And so she's basically like, yeah, I want it all the time. And, all that kind of stuff. And he's like, when you want it, I'm going to just like, do like that. And she was like, what that mean? That mean he going to bust, okay? And so basically, he's like, how are we going to do that? They'll find a way. Trust me, you will find a way. Where there's a will, You'll find a way. And so basically, we see them the next time, the sister is there. She comes into the house and she gives him a hug and everything. And, basically, she wants to know whether or not he really loves her sister and is he going to, continue to cheat on the sister. The sister, basically is trying to tell her that, hey, it's my bad. Kalani, Asuelu tells us, and he makes it very known to the sister and to us that, when she came over there, it was one of those, knock them boots type of thing. It was a vacation type of thing. He said he had no idea that they were going to stay together. And so when she left and went back to the United States, she told him, I don't like brown-skinned men. I like white men. So he didn't even think he had a chance with her. He just thought it was like a vacation fling. And when they realized that she was pregnant and they decided that they were going to stay together, then he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to keep myself, for her. You understand what I'm saying? And that was totally understandable. And then the sister's like, you're going to take my son, my child from me. And I'm like, what the hell kind of crap is this that the sister is talking? Let me put my glasses on. Thank you so much, Valexia Channeling, for the $30 super sale. Buy yourself some Kettle One and goodness for the cousins. I know that's Thank you. I know that's right. So basically, she has a problem with releasing it, but she seemed like she was a little bit more relaxed. She seemed like, she was really, trying to, accept him into the family. But basically, at this point, she has no choice in the matter. And I'm glad that she doesn't. I'm glad that they're leaving and that she's going, they're going to be having their relationship, in another state. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the brother and all of that, but we'll wait around and we'll see how that happens. The next couple is the damn Ashley and Jay, #/Natalie. All right, so basically, he gets up in the morning. She's got her kids staying with somebody because she's like, he just came into the country and we need some time to spend together, okay? So basically they decide that, she's going to get up in the morning, she's going to make some breakfast and some coffee and all of that kind of stuff for him. So he gets up and he sees the sugar and he's like, only rich people use white sugar. I need some brown sugar. She was like, you mean natural sugar? He was like, no, brown sugar. Like the ones you put in canned yams and, candied yams and stuff like that. I need that kind of brown sugar because I'm not rich and I'm not accustomed to using white sugar. So she goes into the cabinet and she's trying to find the white sugar. She knocks stuff off of the shelf. And then the next thing you know, she's blaming him for it. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, how the hell? So basically, she decides that she wants to take him out so that he can meet some of her friends so that, because he is not able to work right now, he's not able to get a green card, he's not able to do anything. She doesn't want him under her butt all day or feeling like he's captive in her household. I think it was a wrong decision, but that's just because I'm older and wiser. Let me tell you something, boo. You don't even know your friends. You don't know these mofos. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think it's a mistake. You need to really get to know the man. But anyway, okay, so let's go on. So she tells him that she's taking him out for some ribs and everything. And mind you, last episode, she kept expressing the fact that he was the only black person that lived in her neighborhood. And so we see them get to this little house party and everything. And everybody's like, surprise! And there's all these people standing around. What I noticed about TLC that I thought was just shady as fuck was that everybody that was black got camera time. They wanted to make sure that we saw the black people up in the room. And I wasn't feeling that. I didn't like that. I thought that it was shady as hell. I borderline thought it was something else. But I was like, okay, you know what? Pump your brakes on this one, auntie. I did not like it, TLC. You did not have to show all the black people in the room. What you should have did was just put numbers on the top of their mofo heads and said black person number 1, black person number 2, black person number 3. I did not like that. And I don't know why you felt the need to have to do that, but you did. And I thought it was shady as fuck. But anyway, I'm going to move on. So that we see him, trying to have a good time and everything, and they got their little yellow cups and everything, and they're drinking, and we see Natalie with her, bitch assness standing on the side. And so, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go outside. And so, of course, Natalie finds go outside behind him. I don't care what you say, Natalie wants to fuck Jay, okay? She wants Jay. Jay, I want to prove that you're a cheater. I want you to admit that you're a cheater. And if you ever make a decision to cheat, please cheat with me. Please call me up. Please sneak in my bed. Please ride down the street on a bicycle ringing a bell. Ching, 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 ching. Okay? That I'm going down Natalie's house and I'm going to have sex with Natalie. Because anybody who is this obsessed about proving that the man is a cheater, okay, and wanting him to admit that he's a cheater and acting like you care so much for Ashley means that you really want him to cheat with you. She is begging for him to just accidentally fall back into her bed. Okay, Natalie, get your own man. Now, Natalie comes out there and she's basically like, you've been cheating on her, and what makes you sure that when you're here and you're bored, you won't fall into my bed. Please fall into my bed. And he's like, look, I'm not for the drama. I don't feel like going through all of this stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? And she's sitting out there looking at the TLC cameras like, I got him. I got him on a cheating scandal. He ain't nothing but a cheater. Why is it your business? If Ashley sat there and said that she doesn't care if Jesus Christ himself came down here and told her that he wasn't the man for her and he was cheating on her, that she wouldn't care, then why do you give a fuck? Okay? Why do you care? You can't even let the man come in here one day, Natalie, without going to him and begging him to cheat with you, because basically that's what you're doing. You want to get that Jamaican rod. Natalie. And Ashley knows it. So the next day, we see the pillow talk, okay? And that's the danger of trying to get up into people's relationship, is they going to have that pillow talk, okay? That talk when they laying up in bed, okay? After they done sweated and knocked boots all night. They lay up in bed and they have pillow talk. And during pillow talk, he said, I don't want you to talk to her anymore. I want that bitch permanently gone. She wants me to admit that I've cheated with 2 women. Guess what? Jay cheated with 2 women. And next, Ashley excuse for overlooking his infidelity is that I won't there. I didn't touch him. I didn't smell him. I didn't walk in the room, so it didn't happen as far as I'm concerned. What is that somebody just put in all about that they want me to see? Okay, she did. Okay. So basically, he's like, I want her gone. I don't want to deal with her anymore. I don't want you to have anything to do with her. And Ashley's like, you know what? Done. So Ashley, the next day we see her going with her bridesmaids to go and get fitted for their dresses, which were pretty, by the way. Basically she's like, I called Natalie and was like, deuces. I'm chucking the deuces for the dick, okay? I'm exchanging the friendship for the dick, okay? I'm exchanging your bridesmaid dress for the dick, okay? I've been best friends with you for a long time, but I'm changing the BFF to adversary for the dick, okay? I'm doing it all for the dick. I don't care about how long we've been together. I don't care whether or not what you're saying is true or not. I'm exchanging it all for the dick. Okay? Basically, that's what she's doing. And he knows that that's what she was going to do, because he been laying that rod on her. And she wants a man so bad. She talks about the other 2 engagements that these 3 bridesmaids, who, by the way, were not at the party. Okay? By the way, were not at the party, okay? she basically, is like, hey, I had to cut her off. I can see, one thing is you saying that, you feeling some kind of way, but to keep going over and over and over and over again is too much for me. So when the lady comes out and she has the, the bridesmaid dresses laying on, hung up on the, the door for them to go and try them on and everything. She's basically, when the lady gets to Natalie's dress, she's like, oh, okay, that bitch ain't coming. Okay, you can take that dress and dump that in the trash. And the lady was like, oh, for real? She was like, yeah, for real. She will not be in my wedding. Now, do I think that Ashley was right to do what she was doing? Yeah, kind of. I mean, I know she did it for the D, but I basically would, I see her. Okay, we all see her. She basically is jealous. She's one of those type of girls that you have in your circle who's jealous of you. And they feel like, they want to use your pain as an excuse to be like, oh, but I love you because I can relate to your pain and I've been with you through your pain and all of this kind of BS. Girl, bye with that. So I do agree with Ashley in some ways. Do I think she probably could have handled it a different way? I don't know. Because a person like Natalie, you never know. You may wake up one morning and she might be riding them. You see what I'm saying? And acting like, she thought it was a horse and buggy ride in your house. I don't know. But I wouldn't trust her because I don't think that she can trust her. Get off of the D, Natalie. Okay? So basically they make a decision, the girls try on their dresses. The girlfriend Brandy was like, look, I don't know if he over here for it or not. I asked the question myself. But I said, hey, I'm here. I'm going to go head on and support her. Whatever she do, I'm going to be there by her side. And so basically, the other girlfriend is like, they've been friends for a long time. I don't know how or why she would drop her for this man, but this is what she did. And I'm drinking mimosas and I'm here, damn it. And so, let's see what happens in this relationship, whether or not this stuff smack Ashley in the face. I don't know anything about it. The next couple we see is Leida and that damn cheap ass Eric. Okay, so basically, Leida's family is here, of course, and they're sleeping from B&B to B&B. Eric has got to be ashamed of himself. He says, welcome to New York. He's driving the family in this big ass 15-passenger caravan truck. They up in there sleep and everything, okay? He takes them to an Airbnb in New York, and it's the raggediest piece of house I've ever seen in my life. Who the dog fuck would pick that out of online and say, this is where I want to stay? The house was cramped. The wood paneling was old. The house just looked a hot mess. Why in the hell did Eric put this? Maybe to pick it. Maybe it was in his budget. $20 a night. I don't know. But I know if I was a family, I would be tired of going from house to house and state to state. God damn, I mean, they taking a tour of America. But the thing that tripped me out was that Leida was like, my family usually stays in five-star hotels. When they come, why didn't they? Why are they living off of Eric? So Eric, he really don't have money like that. He probably an everyday go to work type of person like we are. So he don't have money like that. He done went from Pennsylvania, now that ass is in New York, only to be going to Milwaukee or wherever they going. So, basically the father and them coming in, they look at the conditions of the place. The little boy crying and acting a damn ass, and Eric is trying to, act like he father of the year. The little boy is in his arms, and I understand he's tired. Okay, I understand he's sleepy, but he what, 4 or 5? Use your damn words. Use your words. This crying and just look, damn it. Use your words, little mofo. Use your words. Ain't no way in the world I would have dealt with that and tolerated that BS from that little boy crying like that, and the grandfather pick him up and everything. And he's like, let me get him, I can get him. And basically Leida is sitting there. She's so accustomed to people taking care of her every whim that she didn't even do anything. She didn't even get up and try to intervene, try to get her own son. Matter of fact, the son didn't even go to her for comfort. He went to the damn father. Now she says that the father and the mother and everybody, they gonna have a problem not being with him. I absolutely agree with that. I do agree that it's going to be hard for them to separate from the little boy. But at this point, this is what she wants to do. So the next day, we see them get back into the 15 passenger minivan, and they basically driving to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I believe that's where it is. Okay, Auntie got. So basically, they all up in the mother, and then like, everybody knocked out but him. And he just driving on the road again. Hey, I can't wait to get back on the road again. I'm like, God damn. I'm thinking they acting like this is a damn circus. You know what I'm saying? Like they were for circus and they about to pop their tent somewhere else. Eric, this is some bull. So basically, he's like, the apartment is around the neighborhood, but I'm taking them to my parents' house because I don't want them to see my apartment. So basically, they go up in the house and the father and everybody is sitting in there waiting. Thank you so much, Candy D, for the $10 super chat. Auntie, you are making my day. Good, baby love. Good. I'm so glad you all are here. I had to go out last night. So, I had a friend, very special friend, who had a birthday. And so I had to make sure that, I went to the birthday party. So that's why I wasn't out here last night. And so I apologize for everybody that was waiting on your auntie to come out. So anyway, so, they popped their tent at Eric's family's house, okay? The father is there and the stepmother, and they're like, the stepmother's like, I love you already, and they just really nice people. And so basically, the wife is standing there, the ex-wife standing there, and so is the daughter. And, she doesn't make any movement to go over there to him. And I'm like, okay, you hugged the father, you hugged the mother, they got a damn reception line. They all standing here like coming to America in a damn line waiting to greet you all like at a damn wedding reception. You mean to tell me that you can't hug the mother, the ex-wife? She's like, I don't want to be her best friend or anything. I'll try to tolerate her. At the end of the day, my man is paying her child support and I don't understand why the hell he's doing it. So basically, she's like, okay, hey, what's up, boo? What? I won't feeling this at all. So, eventually she goes over and she hugs the ex-wife, the one she don't want to be her best friend. And then, we see the parents and everybody come through. And we see some, some balloons in the back, welcome to America and all that kind of stuff. So they seem like, they were really excited about them being there. Instead of her being excited and happy about who was there, she's worrying about the two daughters that's not there. So basically, Eric, with his greasy, sweaty ass, is like, they at work. I mean, it is what it is. And she's like, they should have taken off for me. They should have taken off their work. They should have lost their wages for the day to make sure that they were here for me. No, bitch, you weren't even happy with the people that were there. So basically, she sits on the sofa beside the ex-wife, and the ex-wife is like, I don't know if she's feeling uncomfortable sitting beside me or not. But you know what? At least she ain't on the other side of the room because, that's how tensions and, little fights break out. So I'm like, okay, all right. So they making little small talk and everything. And then the sister pops off and was like, I'm hoping that y'all hook my sister up. She wants to be a doctor here in the United States, and I need y'all to do the El hooky up and make sure she gets into, an education program and all of that kind of stuff, because basically that ass came over here, and we're in agreement for her to come over here and get her degree. Now, if she's not upfront and open and honest about what's going on, I don't know who. I'm over here, okay, to get my papers. Bottom line, I met Eric, and he is the tunnel that I had to crawl through, okay? Because he's a crawl through type of guy to get over here. So basically, the sister's like, well, you know what? When y'all gonna go to the apartment? He said, you know what? We're gonna go over that mofo now. So, they basically get, leave everybody at the house, and they walk into the apartment, and it's a hot ass mess. The apartment was so cotton freaking dirty. Just a moment of silence. Just a real quick moment of silence for the apartment. They walk up in there and it is filthy. It look like it's old salmon on the sink and on a pan with the spatula still hanging on it, with meat look like it's still hanging off of it. The table is filthy and dirty and cruddy. The floors are grimy. This was the worst apartment I have ever seen, other than it just being on quarters. I didn't know if my TV flipped, and it, I didn't know what the hell happened. Leida was absolutely disgusted, as she should have been. She was like, what the fuck is going on in here? My sister Raina would never approve of me staying in here. I wouldn't approve of a puppy staying in that apartment. The daughter left the place in complete and total shambles. She goes into the bathroom and she looks at the bathroom and she's like, oh my God, this is so filthy. It ain't even clean in here. Then she says, where's my room? Bitch, show me where my room is. She goes into the room and he got two 1967 dresses. Night tables sitting on the side. And he got a twin bed with a brown, oh my God, I almost said it. A doodle brown bed sheet on it, on a twin bed. Eric, first of all, when he came through the door, he wasn't even shocked that the house was dirty. He made some stupid ass comment indicating that I told my daughter to clean up. No, mofo, you wasn't shocked enough. Because I came into the house and my house was filthy dirty like that. Oh, hell would have broke loose, okay? I would have been cussing, swinging, throwing stuff around, acting a complete total. He was too calm for that not to be the norm in that apartment. And for a little girl, Tasha, okay, Natasha, to live like that, you ought to be ashamed of your dirty ass self. How in the hell can you get up and manage your day and your house is looking filthy like that, and you gonna sit there and act like what? So he blames it on her. I don't think it was her. Let me tell you why it wasn't her. Because when you went into your nasty ass, okay, bedroom with them doodle brown sheets on it, you didn't have Jack in the closet. It looked dirty in there. You didn't even take time to make sure that the sheets was laid down properly, that they was ironed, that they was straight, that the room looked. You wasn't ready for this girl. You didn't care anything about it. You made no provisions whatsoever for this woman to come up in your house. Leida was like, look, either you gonna sleep in the bed or I'm gonna sleep in the bed because it's a twin bed. He's sitting up there telling me something. No, I'm not. No, we not. We gonna sleep together. Bitch, how can two grown people sleep in a twin bed together, let alone try to get busy and get knocked boots in a twin bed? And they grown, as this a grown woman with a 5-year-old son, and she comes back out and this mofo got an inflatable inflatable sofa. You disgusting mofo. I'm trying to tell y'all, I was so disgusted by this whole thing. She says, you know what, let's go out on the balcony and talk. She goes out on the balcony and talk, and she is like, how am I going to clean this up? I did not create this filth. I'm used to people helping me. I don't know how to clean. I need to get somebody. Now, I thought that was just a little bit of whack. I mean, girl, grow the fuck up already, okay? Yes, you got a dirty, nasty ass man, but you know what? You need to grow up. You are not in Indonesia, okay? Even when your father came into the Airbnb, he was like, we used to live in something big. Well, bitch, guess what? You're not living in nothing big now. So you can take it or leave it. You can either take it, what you gonna get out the man, or take your ass back to Indonesia. The choice is up to you, okay? But right now, we already know that you're married to the mofo and that you took it. So you ain't above nothing, okay? Now, no, don't nobody want to live in filth. But stop it already with the bullshit, okay? Stop it already. So basically, she's out on the porch and she's like crying and everything because she's like, Raina is not going to approve of this. This place is filthy and it's nasty. He said, she's like, how am I going to clean this up? And, basically he's like, well, when Natasha come home, she's going to help you clean up. You making a mountain out of a molehill. No, bitch, you got a mountain in this molehill. That's what the problem is, Eric. You got a damn mountain of in your house and dirt in your house and filth in your house. That's the mountain, mofo. Oh my God. I gotta calm down. Because I was ready to kick Eric's. I'm trying to tell you, we would have been all the way back home. There's no way in the world I would have stood in that mess. Ain't no telling when the last time the carpet even got cleaned up in that nasty pocket. Okay? You ninja. You ninja. When she said, I want to go back home, he looked at her like, please. See, he's one of those type of guys that he's nasty and filthy and don't make apologies for it. You're supposed to conform. The last couple we're going to talk about is Larissa and Colt. Okay. So basically, Larissa gets up in the morning looking like a Fashion Nova model. She comes down there and Debbie is down there doing what she do. Larissa says, you know what, let's go and look at a sofa. So she says, okay, let's go look. So basically, her and Deb get in the car. They ride down to the store. They walk into the furniture store. Basically, Debbie said, I like big, bulky, old-ass furniture. I want to feel like I just got sucked in and ate up by the sofa. Larissa's like, no, I really like something that's just a little bit more modern. So Debbie said, okay, whatever. So, they get out at the store and everything. They walk up in there. The first sofa Debbie see got them hot dogs in the back of it. You know what I'm saying? The ones that got the big hot dogs, got a couple of hot dogs laid in it. You know what I'm saying? She like them kind of sofas. So she lays back on the dude, said, let me help you. I'm going to go ahead on and recline you. Debbie was up in that joint like, all right, take off, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whoop. He got her back, what I'm saying? She back like that. She like, yeah, bitch, this what I like. I like to know that, what I'm saying? That they going to beat me up, Scotty. So, Larissa was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that one that's over there. So Debbie was like, you do? She was like, yeah, I like that one over there. She said, oh, that leather one? Can't have it because of the cats. All right, then. Can't have it covered because of the cats? Well, do the cats got a couple of scratch boards? You know what I'm saying? So basically, she goes over there, she sits on the sofa, and she's made a decision that there's a sofa that she likes there. She asked the guy what's the price of it. He say $1,200. So basically, Debbie is like, oh, okay, $1,200, huh? She said, so let's go ahead on and get it. She was like, no, we ain't getting it. She said, what you mean we ain't getting it? She said, Colt need to see it. We got, joint bank accounts or banking accounts. Larissa said, he don't want to trust me with the credit card. He trusts his mama. You mean to tell me, Debbie, that you got a joint bank account with your son since he was 14 years old and you still got that joint? What the hell is this 30-year-old man going to grow up? Who has a joint bank account with their mother? Colt. So the mother is like, I'm going to get my way. We ain't buying Jack. We're going to make sure that Colt is the one who makes the decision. He has to see this. She says, you know what, I want to surprise him. She said, no, bitch, the surprise on you. The surprise is you ain't getting none of our papers. You ain't getting nothing until Colt make a decision. I run the checkbook around this mofo, not you. So basically, Larissa is put in her place by Debbie. And Debbie be having that sinister little smile on her face like, told you, bitch. Told you, ninja. Oh, you buying the couch today? Yeah, right. Okay, Ninja. Whatever. You can kiss my ass. Wait till Colt hear about this. Larissa said, Colt's gonna be my husband, not my father. Debbie said, you got the game all twisted. Colt gonna be your father and I'm gonna be your mother, bitch. So basically, she don't get the sofa. So we see Colt and the mama go pick him up from work. She said, you pick Colt up from work every day? She said, yeah. Larissa said she need to cut that umbilical cord up off of that man. This is absolutely ridiculous. So basically, she goes over there and everything. I don't know if I'm buffering. Am I buffering? So basically, they go pick him up for work. He's sitting in the back looking like titty titty bang bang. You understand? Titty titty bang bang. So she's in the front and she's like, we looked at a sofa today. Oh, you did? Nah, I'm going to tell you what she really did, Colt, baby. She thought we was going to buy the sofa today. I was like, girl, we ain't buy no damn sofa today. So, Larissa was like doing her thing. And, Mama Debbie was like, she thought we was buying the sofa. I said, hell, we ain't buying no sofa without Colt looking at it. This Colt money. So, Larissa was like, wait a minute, hold up before, there she go, damn it. No, Colt, baby. What I was saying was, is that, because he in the back, you know what I'm saying, looking all titty, titty, bang, bang. So, he's in the back and everything, and he's sitting there, like that, ain't even got a damn seatbelt on, you know what I'm saying? He could have went out the window at any time. So, basically, he's sitting in the back and everything, and she's like, I wanted it to be a surprise. And he was like, surprise? No, this ain't gonna be no surprise. We buying the sofa, not a plan. Bitch, shut up. Did y'all say that y'all did not have a sofa in that house because y'all wanted Larissa to come in there and fix the house up the way that she wanted to? If you really wanted to make a decision about a sofa, Colt and Debbie, it should have already been one in there instead of them two damn snowmen. Now, we saw later on when they went over to the cousin's house, him and his little flower child wife, like, what the hell is going on with the wife with all these flowers and she got the piercing right here? They weird as hell. When they went over to her house, she had damn Easter bunny hanging on the door. I said, what season is it? I'm so damn confused. I don't know whether or not to be hot or cold up in that mofo. Mama got snowmen standing in her living room, okay? And she got the Easter bunny hanging on her door with flowers and stuff and butterflies. I can't with these people. So basically, Colt tells her, we're not buying a plant. We're making a major decision. This is a sofa. So she said, you know what? I'll obey. I'm sorry. Stepped out of my lane. I will obey. So basically, the next day we see him go over there with his cousin and his wife. They basically sit at the table. The cousin is rude as hell to her. He basically tells her, ask her, do you really love my cousin? She's like, yeah, I love him. She said, he's patient with me. He's kind. The wife is sitting there, her eyes are like this the whole time. I don't know if it's a flower sucking. I don't know what's going on. But the wife is sitting there and her eyes is, just like big, like. And she starts talking about Colt's sexual drive. About that Colt has a high sexual drive. He says, well, I express my love one way, you express yours another. I said, if this ain't the worst bull crap I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Basically, the cousin brought her over there to humiliate her, to embarrass her, to talk down to her. Now, I'm not saying that Larissa is a perfect person. I'm not in their bedroom. I don't know what happens. But let me tell you something. The cousin should not, in my opinion, have talked to her like that. I agree with Larissa that he was very rude and obnoxious. He basically told Colt at the table, you can cut this off at any time you want to. You need to be done with her. Why would you say something like that and the daggone girl is sitting right there in the room? The cousin gave no fucks about her. And neither did the wife. I could not understand why they were even there at the house. Why invite them over? Thank you for the wise one, McDaniel, for the $10 super chat. You are brightening up my day. Oh, thank you, boo. Okay, thank you. Yes, Shallow Branch. Rude as hell. And I don't understand it. And then for him to be on the tell-all and say that he don't really be hanging with Colt like that, bitch, you acting like you his best friend. You know, Larissa went through it. Colt make excuses for people in his life. He made excuses for Larissa not eating the stew. And then he makes excuses for his cousin. Colt, I'm telling you right now, there are no excuses. Let people own up and man up to what they need to do. I just thought that this episode of 90 Day Fiance again was a filler episode. It had its highs and it's had its lows, but it had more lows than it did highs. I tell you what, this you know, we are, you know what, we're in for a really different season this year. I mean, this with this one. This is different from all the other ones. This, you know, some of the couples remind us of the other couples, but there is something really sinister with these people that we seeing on here. And the way that TLC is editing things. Again, like I said, I didn't like the fact that when they had the party over at Ashley's house that they were spotlighting all the black people. I wasn't feeling that at all. I really wasn't feeling that. And I wasn't feeling the fact that Colt's cousin, you know, was just disrespectful to her. There was no need for him to be disrespectful to her. It really wasn't. And if Colt is in love, he said he believes that Colt is naive. Let the bitch be naive. You know, like she said, his mother need to cut the umbilical cord. And I absolutely and totally agree with her 100% on that. But these characters that we seeing on this show, y'all, they ain't right. You know, it feels familiar, but it's so different. As you all know, Colt and Larissa were, you know, basically going through some issues in their relationship. Allegedly, this is not the first time that it's happened. I've had several people to send me things in my box to talk about things that have happened with her. We will be discussing those things this week in our No Stop, Nonstop November. But I don't know about this season of 90 Day Fiance. I think that there's going to be a lot of things that's going to come out. These people are extremely verbal on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter. They are fighting back with the viewers of 90 Day Fiance. The tell all to me was some bullshit, okay? And we will be discussing that. Thank you all so much for being out here. I'm going to be coming back in the next few minutes, and I'll be talking about what I think about the damn tell-all. I just don't think that the tell-all tells anything, and I think that TLC needs to revamp that whole program. Why they're not listening to what the viewers are asking for, I do not understand it. I think I might have to send a damn letter. Maybe send it by pigeon, or by maybe a dove. I don't know. But damn it, they need to do something to revamp the tell-all because it ain't telling us. And with that, I'm going to close. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah.